All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to where it's due. To Yahweh, Bahashem Yashab, Bahashem Kadash. Giving all glory and honor to the Almighty Yahweh, Bahashem Yashab. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who grew well, who taught truth. Salutations to the sincere brother out there who preaching this truth and edifying the brothers and sisters who are studying diligence. While salutations to the elect scattered abroad. Today, today that your brother Ayawab come back to you today with another lesson entitled "The Elect is Covered." It's like if you heard that noise in the background, because no matter what happens, no matter what the elect goes through, they're covered. They're going to make it to the end, no matter what happens, no matter the pain, the torture, the temptation. The elect is going to make it through it. No matter how bad the trouble is, the persecution, the Most High is going to make sure his chosen men get through it until the end, because they are the first fruits. They're the first of their bloodline, of their seed line. This is I believe this is it. If not, no. What is it? I should know it. As soon as I see it. 30 verse 7, come. So this is Jeremiah 30 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So who's that he? That he is the elect. The elect is covered. They're going to make it through Jacob's trouble. No matter what happens, no matter how bad the pain is, no matter how bad the trouble is, the elect is going to make it through it. It's lucky for that. If you hear that in the background, this ain't what I wanted. I wanted. It's lucky. Thought it was I probably just went over it. Yeah, I just went over it. So this is Matthew 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever shall be. So the elect is going to get through that great tribulation. And the Lord had mercy on his elect. The Lord had mercy on his elect. Let's see if it's come on. So it's the next verse. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord is going to. So the Lord knows that if the tribulation continued, even the elect wouldn't be able to be saved wouldn't be able to make it through. So he had to shorten those days so that even the elect can make it through. And the Lord is going to make sure that the elect get through it, because he has chosen them from the foundation of the earth to get through this, to get through it, and to endure to the end. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 13. But we are bound to give thanks always to the power for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because the power hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. So let's just go ahead and get that word for salvation. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 13. Salvation.
Strong's G 4991. Soteria.
Soteria. So, deliverance, preservation, safety, salvation, deliverance from the molestation of enemies. In an ethnic sense, that which concludes to the soul's safety or salvation. Salvation as the present possession of all true Christians, which is the Israelites. Future salvation, the sum of benefits and blessings which the Christians redeemed from all earthly ills will enjoy after the visible return of Hamashiach from heaven in the consummated and eternal kingdom of the power. Deliver, health, salvation, saving. So the Most High is going to make sure that the elect get through it, that the elect are saved. So I'm just reading these that have salvation in it. So on the elect is going to get saved. No matter what they do, no matter what they go through, they're going to be redeemed. So this is, get this, Zechariah 13 verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts of therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left in. That third is the elect. The Most High is going to make sure that 2/3 of Israel die, but that 1/3 is left. Continuing on, verse 4 or verse 9, Salaki, and I'll bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. So the Most High is going to make sure that third part comes through the fire. He's going to make sure they're covered, just as he made sure Daniel was covered when he was in the lion's den, just as he made it to where David beat Goliath, just as he had it when the 3 holy children, I forget their names, was put into the furnace of fire, and the Lord put an angel around them so that they survived the fire. And as the Lord delivered, I believe, Paul from the prison, and the angel delivered him from the prison. I believe it was Apostle Paul, if If I'm not mistaken, Slakia, rebuke me. And so on and so forth. The Lord is going to make sure that he delivers his elect. He's going to make sure that his elect is preserved, is saved, escapes that tribulation. I believe it's in John 14. Verse 9. So this is John 17, verse 9. This is Yahweh speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I pray for John 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So the world is Israel. The word of Israel. As said in Isaiah 35, verse 17, I believe. So the Most High is praying for them. Who's that them? That them is the elect. The Yahweh Shai is praying for the elect and not the whole world. That the elect gets saved. That the elect endures. Not everybody is. Did I read that? I don't know if I read it. But I don't know if I read it. Was it? I believe it might have been fucking Valentine's Day. It might have been 22. So like, yeah. Man, just take it all off. What was it? So like, yeah. Did I not put that? 24 verse. I thought I did. I might have it wrong. Yeah, I definitely wrote the wrong one down for that. Slakia. Bruh. Fucking Valentine's Day. Get out of my face. Yeah, I definitely had it wrong. And I had 22 verse 15 and not 14. So this is Matthew 22 and verse 14. For many are called, but few are chosen. So many are called into this truth, but few are chosen. That few is the elect. The one who was predestined for this. The elect who was from the beginning called to salvation. And I'm gonna have to change that real quick. For if I need it again. Where's it at? I'll get it later. So come. Many are called, but few are chosen. That few is the elect. And that many who are called is just people who are called. And they fall out. Fall out of the truth. And this and that. So on and so forth. But they aren't chosen because the Most High is chosen the elect from before the foundation of the earth. Ended on this. So this is Revelation 14 from the top. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood in the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And that 144,000 is the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, 12,000 men from each tribe, referring back to Revelation verse 7. Verse 2, and I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. They are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the power and to the Lamb. And here's a point right here. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the power. So they're without fault. They're found blameless before the throne of the Most High. There is no fault with the elect, because the Most High has had elect on them. It's like the Most High has had mercy on them. It's like mercy on the elect. I said Most High had elect on them. I mean, they have been elect. They have elect on them, but the Most High has had mercy on them from the foundation of the earth. And it's His moving. As it's written, He will have mercy on whom He will have mercy, and have compassion on whom we have compassion. And whether I'm part of the elect is not of me, it is not of my will, but of the Most High's will. But and to just show how much more mercy He has on the elect, just go ahead and bring out Revelation 7. And I'm just going to get straight to the point. Verse 3, Revelation verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So they're saying, telling the angel, don't bring the destruction on until you've sealed the servants of the power, who were the servants of the power in the foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So them servants are the children of Israel, 12,000 from each tribe. And you can't hurt the earth until they're sealed. Saying they're covered. The Most High is not going to let this destruction happen until they're sealed, until the 144,000 sealed. Which is why we got to continue to go out highways and byways and push out these lessons so that we can seal the elect. Because it's our reasonable duty, our reasonable service. But that's all I had to show that the elect is covered. No matter what happens, they're covered. First and foremost, let's say Kah Halayim Law, Yahweh Shim Shabbat Shemar Kadas, giving all glory and honor to the Almighty Yahweh Shim Yasa. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught the truth. Shalom to the sincere brother out there who preaching this truth and edifying the brothers and sisters who are setting diligence. While shalom to the elect scattered abroad. Lord willing, this video was edifying, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. To continue your study, continue to push forward, because we don't know who the elect is. Ultimately, that's why we got to study to show that stuff approved, continue to do the will of the Most High, so we can have a chance, so we can make it more and more likely to be part of that elect, which is ultimately up to the Father. But we got to continue to do this truth, continue to pray, continue to watch, continue to fast, so that we have a chance of salvation, to make our chances even greater. But Lord willing, this video was edifying. Until next time, Shalom. Kwame Shalom.